Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back. This is Austin Linney with Construct Your Life. This is the Rant today. We could label this episode a couple different things. Something that's been on my mind for a little bit. By no stretch of the imagination am I perfect. That would be the farthest thing from the truth. And, you know, I don't hold judgment over anybody. But recently, a couple things have happened. And I get what they're saying in context, right? But I also need to be me. And what that comes to is, you know, I get a lot of comments about the lighting on the podcast or grammar when I write a social media post, or, you know, this, that, and the other. And when in society have we decided that everything's perfect? And I understand professionalism. Trust me, I get that. You need to dress for the job that you want. You know, society's changing though. But you know, I like to dress nice. I like to look good, especially if you're in your business meeting, you're raising a bunch of money. You know, you want to make sure everything's proper when you're going to a client. Like, and I have coaching clients. I want to make sure that I'm being professional with the stuff and everything. And I've learned my lesson in the past. But you know, we've got to this point where everybody's got an opinion, right? And it's this unsolicited advice opinion, right? And you know, I'm dyslexic. I don't have a master's degree in English by any stretch of the imagination. Did a lot of drugs, got hit in the face, broke every bone on the right side of my head. Maybe that jumbles some stuff around. I'm great on camera, so maybe I should do more camera stuff, more talking and stuff like that. That's never an issue. But we become this, and the scary thing is it's from a good place. I get it, but it's real annoying, right? That we have to be this perfect box, and maybe that's why nobody's having fun anymore. And maybe that's why people are losing their fucking minds, because they're tired of being perfect. Like, nobody's allowed to have a journey anymore, right? You can't start somewhere and get better. No, you can't have the first podcast and then on the 100th podcast it's better, the production's better, the lighting's better. No, we're gonna berate the people on the first podcast, the first social media post they post, so they don't ever do it again. How dare you fucking share your gift with the world? Because it better be perfect. You better go pay for a copywriter, and you better go do this and everything. Like, this motherfucking shit's expensive, and I'm not getting a return on it. And so it's not perfect. And I do a lot of episodes on the road, and sometimes the lighting's bad, and you know, sometimes my social media posts, but the point comes across, right? And if I have a moment of thought and I'm sharing it, right? And I'm trying to lift somebody up or save somebody's life or reach out and share my story, like, why the fuck do you have to come in with that shit? Like, couldn't you just say, man, really inspiring, thank you so much. But like, why do you got to DM me and like talk about like your future clients don't think that they're stupid? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? People hire me as a coach because I am who the fuck I am. And the guy that you see on Instagram and Facebook, the dancing crazy dude, sometimes I'm wearing a wig, is me. I'm not trying to lie to anybody. I don't have a fucking Lambo model, and then, you know, the camera comes out and then you realize it's just a model car and the guy's a fucking idiot. I read some story that people in LA are renting out a scene, like a whatever you want to call it, a little room that looks like a fucking private jet, and then do an Instagram post. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And so when you do that stuff to me, you make me feel like smaller, right? And I don't, whatever, I can move past it. But my question that I have to ask you is, maybe it says more about you than it says about me. And think about that. I'm just out here trying to share my gift. And I'm dyslexic and I don't write perfect and I have run-on sentences. And guess what? Didn't graduate college. Still out here making a difference. So next time before you criticize somebody, make sure that the message gets across and don't put them down, right? And long gone are the days where you got to wear a suit and you got dude, my boy Matt Tefke owns a couple businesses doing thousands of dollars a month, and he wears flip flops with his hair coming out of his shirt right here. Move on, get over yourself. It's the same shit when I was traveling. People were like, "Man, you sure are traveling a lot." They would DM me, "Ooh, are you sure you're in a great headspace to be traveling?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? What are you even saying right now?" Do you? And my question to you is, how good of a father or mother or daughter are you to waste your fucking day to DM me with that stupid shit? Don't you have better things to do? Like take care of your own life? But we've become the society of unsolicited advice. And it needs to stop because it's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. Because it tells me way more about you than it tells about me. And what you've told me is, I'm done with you. And here's the scary thing. It probably comes from a good place. But it's not needed. It's not needed. I'm not writing a fucking dissertation. It's not my thesis report that I've worked on for 8 months. I had a thought after beating meth addiction and homelessness and 20 years of alcoholism and losing my job and getting divorced and moving across the country twice and fending for my fucking financial life, that I wanted to write a nice message about how exciting it is to be happy about life. And then your response is, man, you should watch your punctuations? What the fuck are you talking about? Check yourself. It's not needed. And when I release a book, guess what? It's going to be grammar checked because it's a fucking book that's printed. This is a Facebook post at 9:30 at night. And it got 200 plus comments and nobody else had a problem with it. Man, really inspiring. Fucking awesome. And when I traveled to 9 states, people were very excited. They said, "Oh man, you look happy." Instead of the motherfucker DMing me and saying, "Why are you traveling so much? Are you sure you're in a proper headspace?" What are you talking about? What it tells me is that you have issues with your own life. Because I'm a very nice guy. I want to help everybody. So what crime am I committing? The crime that you're committing is the bullshit lies that your life is. That's the crime you're committing. And everybody thinks that you're happy and your fucking wife hates you and you're a piece of shit husband. And maybe I'm going off on a tangent. But before you go off and correct people on their grammar, on their lives, make sure your life's in check. Right? Cat, what is it? The cat, whatever that saying is, just be careful, because I don't go out and and the number one thing that you'll know about me when people meet me is there's no judgment from me. No judgment. Who the fuck am I to judge? My stories are retarded. This shit's crazy. So, before you go out and you're giving out advice and you're giving all this stuff, just be careful what skeletons are in your closet. Super important. Very important. So I hope you got some value out of this, guys. Just something that's been on my mind lately. And make sure you share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.